Yo, hello, and how is it going, my fellow DeFi DEGEN friends? I hope you're all doing well today. I hope you're making good investments and staying safe out there and absolutely smashing it. Now, today's video is another Harry Yeh update. The long-awaited Harry Yeh is back again. He's made another announcement. So, Harry Yeh came in with a Tomb Tuesday. It was around midnight UTC. And then, amongst this update, he also announced that Tomb is now partnering with Based Finance, which is another seniorized project on Fantom. You know, you can go and check out more information about Based yourself. You know, in general, the project is pretty solid. It's been around only for about 16 days, so it's very new. So it's quite a surprise that Harry partnered with them. Looking at the Based Finance website, they are big supporters of Tomb, the seniorized system that has been successfully running for months. We want to support their protocol by pegging Based to Tomb. Typically within these seniorized projects, you get the native token, whether it's Tomb or Tuom or Scarab, and that's usually pegged with Fantom. However, Based has gone a different direction and they've gone to support Tomb directly and provide liquidity to Tomb. Hence, the Based token is pegged to Tomb. So I think that's where Harry's, you know, kind of shining a light on it to say, you know, this project is supporting Tomb, it's creating liquidity, it's helping the Tomb project. Based does seem like a more logical partnership than Tuom. You know, I've got nothing against Tuom or Freeom. However, it just didn't make too much sense. It was more of a cash grab, and as Based directly supports Tomb, that's definitely a more, you know, feasible partnership and perhaps something that should have been thought about, you know, in the first place before all of this kicked off. So, you know, I do love Tomb forks. You know, I love all these seniorized projects. I love Tomb as a project. You know, Based looks pretty cool. Tuom, you know, they was doing their thing. I feel like the whole Harry Yeh situation I just feel like it saturated that project and just kind of it hyped it up too much, and then, you know, it dropped off. I explained this in one of my first videos that I did. I don't feel like the attention that Tuom got was, you know, it just wasn't sustainable, and that's kind of shown over the last week. You know, you can take a look at the chart. You know, it was around the 2nd of February, you can see Harry Yeh made his announcement. He's partnering with Tuom. The price was about $1,300, and then within a couple of days it shot up to about $8,000. You know, the free shares chart is obviously less supply of free shares, so that went from about 3,700 at the start of the announcement, and then obviously that topped up there about $26,000, and right currently now sitting at $2,200 for free shares. 2 shares is sitting at 1,100. I explained this deeply in one of the first videos that I did regarding, you know, this artificial pump, this too much hype. There's a lot of people that have been burnt drastically in these situations. You know, the people who started off in Tomb, in T-shares, you know, they watched that kind of slowly, gradually come down. And then Harry Yeh came in with a 2 shares announcement, and then people jumped into that, and then, you know, that's dropped drastically since the top. And the same with free shares. Now, I just don't want to see the same situation happen again now in Based, which I think is highly likely to happen. I mean, just a Based native token that's supposed to be pegged to Tomb. You know, Tomb is currently sitting at $1.72, and Based is currently sitting at $14. It's had almost a 50% increase within the last 24 hours. The announcement came around here, around 12 o'clock UTC. And this is just a native token, was at $9, and then, you know, within the last 12 to 14 hours it's shot up 50% to $14. Buying the algo token right now at almost 12 times the value it's supposed to be pegged at, but it's extremely risky by design. It's got to drop down to the price of Tomb, so please be safe if you're considering buying a native token. I would highly advise against it. Obviously none of this is financial advice, but just take caution there. Looking at the B share token, which is the, you know, the share token for Based Finance, around 12 o'clock it was sitting at around $7,300. After the announcement it quickly shot up over 10k. You know, it's been up and down since and currently sitting at just around $9,000. So, you know, that's also had a 40% increase within the last 24 hours. So do not chase these pumps. You know, I warned with the Tuom announcement, this thing will probably pump on the hype. A lot of people moving money from Tomb to Based now. There's people moving money from Tuom to Based. You know, it's kind of a vicious circle, and you do not want to get caught buying tops. As I said, you know, you could have bought the Tuom top and you've lost 10x your money by now. So also don't be the one buying the Based shares token. and losing a lot of your money there. That's kind of what Harry wants you to do, and that's going to lead me on to my next point nicely. So I did a video saying, is Harry Yeh buying to own? Is he buying shares? There was lots of rumours about it, and then Harry released an article which showed some of his wallets in that article, and showed that he had bought some 2 shares before the announcement. Obviously this is DeFi, it's all decentralised, there's obviously always, you know, inside trading going on. And there's not much we can do about it, but you know, for this billionaire who's always talking about accountability, it's just kind of ironic how much he's screwing other people over. So Harry Yeh actually posted the wallet in his article, and then I did a little bit of digging, so bear with me here. This is the wallet that posted in the article right here. This is the FRENS one. Looking at the internal taxations, this wallet sent 20,000 FTM to another wallet here, FreeF3. Now looking at FreeF3, ERC20 tokens. You know, this is interacted with B shares, which is the base finance share token. Now, if you look to see where it received these B share tokens from, it's from this wallet, which is 4A4. And then, you know, within this wallet, you can see 1 day, 15 hours ago, it was buying base tokens, like quite a significant amount of base tokens. All the way up to, you know, 3 days, 13 hours ago, it's interacting with more base tokens. That's 12,400. So this wallet here, it's, you know, it's provably directly related to Harry Yeh in some form. This has been absolutely stacking up on base tokens and B share tokens before the announcement. You know, you make up your own mind about what's going to happen with these tokens that have been, you know, pre-purchased before the pump. I think what happened with 2ohm, Harry Yeh bought a lot before the announcement. I think he sold a lot after the pump. Whether it was 2ohm, 3ohm, or either of the share tokens. You know, he sold a lot of them. He did put some money back into Tomb, so all the Tomb community was happy. You know, this guy, yeah, he's pumping our bags back into Tomb. However, I only believe that's a small part of it. I think most of the money being made is going into his pocket, into his friend's pocket, and whatever else. Obviously, it's not provable. I just think it's quite blatantly obvious. And as I said, this is DeFi, you know, this kind of shit happens. I just don't think it's very genuine for a guy who talks about accountability and making a safe space for all the community, who's then, you know, buying his own bags and then dumping them once it's been pumped. You know, a lot of people do trust in Harry Yeh. They do trust in, you know, Harry Yeh's wisdom and all of the things that he's doing for the Tomb side of things. However, him getting into these other projects where he's, you know, buying tokens before he announces a partnership, because obviously once he announces it, those tokens are going to pump. I think quite clearly it is insider trading. You know, as is DeFi, you can make up your own mind about it. Let me know what you thought about, you know, this video. If you've got any thoughts about Harry Yeh or 2ohm, 3ohm, based, anything you've got, let me know. Hit me up on Twitter too. It's @_Charus, CHARUS. And hopefully you're staying safe. Do not be buying the tops of these tokens. I mean, you can look at the chart for 2ohm and 3ohm. Obviously, I still think they're great projects. They do have a lot of developments coming out. They've got a great team there. But the hype has died down whilst everyone else is jumping into the new hype, which is based. And that will also inevitably be short-lived. So please be careful making your investments there. Do not follow what Harry Yeh is doing. He's just out for his own bags, and you know, he doesn't really care about you, unfortunately. But I will bring you more updates about this. You know, I do care about my fellow DEGENs, but I don't want anyone buying tops and getting screwed. So stay safe out there, make good investments, and have a great day.